welcome back to another video. If you don't already know me, I'm Katrina. In today's video, I decided to talk again because it's actually fun to talk, and I decided to create a tiny house on wheels for today's video. I'm probably gonna start with a van structure and then renovate that into a tiny home. So that's gonna be super exciting. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. I'm going to be starting the build off with the flooring so that I can see how much space and area that I'm going to have to work with. And I'm going to leave a little square area at the side so I can add another ledge for going into the van. At the back, I'm going to be adding 2 round thick pillars so that I can create the round edges to the van and make it look like a van as close as possible because I don't want to make it look like a box. Moving to the front of the van, I'm going to be creating a bumper using a slanted roof, and I'm just adjusting the dimensions, making sure that the top of the roof is higher than the floor. At the top of the van, I'm going to be creating another slanted roof to create a curve, and then I'm going to be adding a flat roof at the back of that. So far, I think it's looking pretty good. The van looks like a van, at least to me, and I'm just going to be adding metal fences at the top because I know that some vans do have that, but also because I'm going to be adding a few more decorations for a little lounge. Now I have to choose the door for going into the van, and I was thinking of using a sliding door to save as much space as possible, but using the double French door might actually look best for this build. So when you place this, you want to make sure that the door goes outwards so that it doesn't interfere with the decorations inside. A van wouldn't be a van without tires, so I'm going to go ahead and place 2 round paintings on each side of the van, and because it actually touches the grass and now it looks like a semicircle, I'll probably have to elevate the van using the basement game pass, so that's not exactly necessary, just if you want the van to look a bit more lifted, and I'll probably do a separate tutorial on that in one of my future videos. As you can see, I did end up elevating the van, and now I'm adding a wide modern window for the front glass. Going back to the back of the van, I actually used one of those new fence gates, and now I'm adding a window frame so that only the gate can be shown, but the handle looked really nice, so it went well. At the side, I want like a trapezoid shaped window, so I'm going to do that with a square and a right triangle. Working on the inside of the van, I'm going to start with the driver's and passenger seat. So I'm going to be doing that using this office chair that I already placed and a flat roof so that it covers the bottom and makes it look like a regular seat. So I've added a few decorations already, but for the bed, I'm going to be starting with a throw blanket using quadra console table and the table runner. Then I'm going to be adding an elevated flat roof because I honestly use that for many things. And then adding sleeping bags on top of it, which I've already placed down. To make this van as efficient as possible, you're probably wondering how you're going to get your hygiene up. So I'm using a basic shower set to do that and placing it at the back so that you have some privacy. Another overview of the van, I think it's looking pretty nice and coming along together. I'm just gonna go on and recolor a few things because, I don't know, the color scheme is a bit off. So tiny living is all about efficiency. So I'm going to be adding these simplicity shelves at the top of the bed, and you can add a few knickknacks there. I'm probably going to add books so you can get your fun up, you can get your reading skills up, and I'm probably going to add some plants and frames. At the corner of the van, I'm going to be adding this hanging bowl pot because it looks pretty cute just for the decor, but also because you can garden, make money off of that, pay your bills, and things like that. On top of the dresser, I'm going to be adding this 22-inch TV so that you can get your mood up faster, but also so that it can fit the space of the van. At the step here, I'm going to be adding a welcome mat so that the van really feels like home and cozy. Here, I'm going to be adding another carpet for the bed area so that we can use the space as much as possible and make it look full, but not in a cluttered way. Now, working on the kitchen, I've actually already placed down 2 rustic counters. I've placed down a kitchen dual sink so that there's more areas for getting your hygiene up, but this is just for more washing your hands and washing the dishes. To go with the theme of what we already have, I'm going to go with tall rustic cabinets. Then I'm going to go ahead and open those up so that we can place items inside. And again, just to use as much space as possible. If you didn't already know, to get your cabinets open, you do have to get out of build mode to do that. And now we can add our main appliances. So I'm going to go with that new modern microwave because it does look more realistic than the others. Also because it does look really nice. And I'm going to use a cooler to act as our fridge because we won't have enough space for that. So I think I'm going to add this at the bottom counter. I decided to move the sink area to its own little place because I did realize that we will need a separate counter if you want to cook. So I think it looks nice anyways, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a mirror. Back to the counter area, I'm going to be using this Pro Chef cooktop, and this is perfect for saving space, especially if you don't want to add a separate stove. So this is perfect for tiny living. For the top shelf, I'm going to be adding these bottles because it does look really nice. But of course, I'm going to also be adding some more important appliances like a tea kettle and coffee maker. Moving back to the top, I have actually added a bike. This is a good way for transportation, especially because the van unfortunately does not move. But I'm going to go ahead and add these camping chairs and center the lantern. I'm going to be adding these square stepping stones around the kitchen area so that I can add another carpet. As you can see, I did go ahead and add the important appliances. I also added the decorations around the shelves, the sink area, and I also added fences and walls around the seats so that that area can also have its privacy. So I went to recolor a few of the decorations, and now I'm going to be adding these relaxed side tables so that there's a step area for the bed. At this point, I'm basically done the interior of the van. I'm just going to go ahead and add the final touches, such as this light so that there's light at the front of the van, and yeah. Here I'm going to be adding large stepping stones because this is basically your home, so it does deserve its own little entryway. Then I'm gonna add trees around, plants. Then I'll basically fast forward to when I add my last piece. So looking back at efficiency and that hanging bowl pot that I added earlier, I feel like if there are more areas for gardening, you can actually fully pay off your bills. And I think that's a really cool concept of how everything works within the van, especially if you're using this just for role playing. This is perfect to add on to your build. So I'm really just adding my final touches. I really wanted to be satisfied with the end result of my build. I really enjoyed making this van. It's honestly, I keep saying it's my favorite builds every time I make a new one, but really this one was just really nice to build. Got to be creative with how you want to save your space and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish up what I'm doing, and do the tour. Hi everyone, so I'm finally done with the van build. I'm super glad with how it turned out. I'm going to go over it with you guys. I'm also going to talk about the cool features it has, and let's just get started. So it is nighttime, but it actually does look really nice at night. Here's the overview of the van. Here's the garden. And about the bills, so I did check my bills and they are $418. Keep in mind I don't have premium, so you can actually pay off your bills fully with gardening. Because if you look at these plants, you can sell it for $42, and if you just plant many of those, even in the hanging bowl pot, then you can definitely pay it off. Going into the interior of the build, this is the overview. Now here is the front of the van. As you can see, I placed in these privacy blinds, so that of course, because this build is so small, you need privacy. This is what it looks like. I added a phone here so that you can order food, throw a party, and invite a few friends. Here's the sink area, and here's the kitchen. Using these cabinets can be super helpful with saving space, so definitely use that if you're going to be building a house like this. Oh, here is where you can get your meat up, and again there's more privacy blinds. Here's a flashlight that I added if you're going out into the wilderness. And here's the bed area. So another cool feature is when you sleep and then you get back up, you actually don't have to make your bed because it is a sleeping bag. And then here's the back doors of the vehicle, and yes, it does go inside. I didn't know how to fix that situation. I guess because it was gates, I couldn't turn it around. So it does interfere with the bed. Now, going to the side of the van, the back, we have these backlights. I guess, I don't know what you call it, but for lights during the nighttime. Here's your shower area. Very simple. I guess you could even add shelves here if you'd like for the soap and other decorations like that. And then here's your little seating area. And I decided to add 2 bikes, one for a friend. And yeah, that is my build for today's video. I hope you really like the process, the building process of this build. If you do want a separate tutorial on how I did this elevated, to make this van look elevated, so it looks like the wheels are lifting this thing, then you comment that down and I'll consider that. I hope you guys enjoyed the building process as much as I did, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!